Then rang again a deeper cry of death. Deeper cry. Savitri, what are you talking? I am stunned. I am shaken. But what is that? Again, a deeper cry. As if beneath its weight of sterile law, as if beneath its weight of sterile law, all his arguments, all his law is proving sterile, is not bearing fruit because of Savitri. Therefore, it is sterile. As if beneath his weight of sterile law, he is now sort of under his own weight of the laws which are not yielding results. As if beneath his weight of sterile law, oppressed by his own obstinate, meaningless will. It has become meaningless now. Savitri has made it meaningless, his will. And it is that will now which is kind of oppressing him. Disdainful, very uncompassionate, it kept no more its old intolerant sound. So, already a change has taken place in death, in Yama. It kept no more its old intolerant sound. So, he sees now something of worth in what Savitri is saying. He is not just now opposing it. It kept no more its old intolerant sound, but seemed like lives in her unnumbered paths. But seemed like lives in her unnumbered path. Her stands for life. But seemed like life in life's unnumbered paths. Means his will is now the way in which life is moving in countless ways in his creation. It is in that manner his will is moving. But same like life in an unnumbered path, toiling forever and achieving not. Toiling forever and achieving not. Therefore it has become sterile. It has become meaningless. Achieving not. Because of birth and change, her mortal power, her again life, mortal power, by which she lasts around a term post fixed, turning of a wide circling aimless ray, whose course forever, space and is the same. So you got the post here marked there, but the post keeps on moving also for life. In its long play with fate and chance and time, its law, its will. In its long play, its long play with fate and chance and time, assured of the game's vanity, lost or won, crushed by its load of ignorance and doubt, which knowledge seems to increase and growth to enlarge, the earth mind sings and it despairs and looks all weary and discouraged on its work. Yet was all nothing then or vainly achieved. If it is so, was that achieved, whatever has been achieved, is it vain in spite of that? It is not so. Some great thing has been done through the process of death. Some great thing has been done. Some light, some power delivered from the huge inconscious grasp, it has emerged from night. Matter came, life came, mind came, spiritual light has dawned, you see. Delivered from huge inconscious grasp, it has emerged from night. It sees its dawn circling forever, though no dawn can stay. The dawns are not stable at the moment, all right, but that does not mean that the dawns are not there. This change was in the goddess far-flung voice. So this is the change which has taken place in the Godhead, that is death. Already the change has taken place, occurred in death. Far-flung voice, his voice is now different, it's changed. So the impact of her voice, the occult power is working in such a way that he has really now undergone the first change. His voice is different. His form of dread was altered and admitted our transient effort at eternity. All right, it can sneak in now. Yet flung vast doubts of what might else have been on grandiose hints of an impossible day. The great voice surging cried to Savitri. The great voice surging cried to Savitri. The great voice surging cried to Savitri. The great, that is, I am. Voice surging, that is spontaneous. Again, cry, surging cry to Savitri. That is the meter. So you have got here, first foot is I am, second foot is spontaneous, third foot is I am, fourth foot is again I am, to Sa, and fifth foot Itri, Pirik, short. That is the metrical. The great voice surging cried to Savitri, because thou knowest the wisdom that transcends both ways of forms and contempt of form, arise delivered by the seeing God. Because you understand that thing, rise, be free of form. See, this is what the mother has said also, no? What we have seen just now. O my sweet master, thou hast caused a new veil to be rent. Another veil of my ignorance. See, both the veils have been called. Without leaving my blissful place in thy eternal heart. Without leaving my blissful place in thy eternal heart. If free, thou hast kept thy mind from life's fierce stress, thou mightst have been like them, omniscient, calm, them, gods, seeing gods. But because you are bound by mind, you are tied to life, therefore you lack the omniscient calm. Because of that, the violent, passionate heart forbids, it's not allowing you to be free like gods. You are still a passionate creature, emotional, charged. The violent and passionate, she is arguing fiercely, intensely, therefore she is violent, full of passionate. It is the storm bird of an anarch power that would upheave the world and tear from it the indecipherable scroll of fate, death's rule and law, and the unknowable will. It is that you are tearing off because your heart is still passionate, violent. Hasten to action. Hasten us to action. Violators of God are these great spirits who had too much love. And they who form like thee, for both art thou, have come into the narrow bounds of life with two large natures overleaping time. You want to leap times and move faster? You cannot. Worshippers of force who know not her recoil. Force, you are worshipping Shakti, power, strength, might. But you don't know how that power can recoil. Her stands for force. Their giant wills compel the troubled ear. the wise. You are a passionate creature, violators of God, etc. Worshippers of foes who know not recoil, their giant wills compel the troubled ear. The wise are tranquil, silent, great hill rise. Now he says, the wise are tranquil. You are not tranquil, therefore you are not wise. You lack wisdom. Silent, great hills, they remain quiet, steady all the while. Rise ceaselessly toward an unreachable sky. So the hills, in their calm strength, they try to reach the sky. Seated at their unchanging base, their heads dreamless in heaven, a mutable domain. On their aspiring tops, sublime and still, lifting halfway to heaven the climbing soul, the mighty mediator stand content to walk the revolution to the stars. So that is what they do here. But you are not that. You don't have that wisdom at all with you. Motionlessly moving with the might of earth, they see the ages pass and are the same. They see. Who are these they? The mighty mediators. In fact, they also mean the wise. Goes back to wise. The wise are tranquil, Wise is a plural. Motionlessly moving with might of earth, they see the ages pass and are the same. Nothing is changing. Things are moving, but there is really no change. The world is the same, what it was yesterday, it will be the same tomorrow. Nothing has changed. Motion is there, but movement is there, but no change at all. Motionlessly moving, that is the oxymoron. With the might of earth, they see the. We had actually earlier one more example of oxymoron, 144.4. Ever he obeys her fixed mutations law. Fixed mutation. Mutation is constantly there. 144.4. Third line. They see the ages pass and are the same. Again, the wise think with the cycle. They wise, all that thing again here. Think with the cycle. They hear the tread of far off things, patient, unmoved, they keep their dangerous wisdom to the depths of turning. Lest man's frail days into the unknown should sink, dragged like a ship by bound Leviathan into the abyss of the stupendous sea. Dragged like a ship by bound Leviathan. Leviathan, sea monster. Sea monster. What does it say, Leviathan? Sea monster. Actually, this word Leviathan is a biblical word with L capital, Leviathan. It appears in the book of Job. Genesis, book of Job. You seen book of Job? Yeah. Yeah. I read that. Well, book of Job. See, Job was kind of tested all through his life. He was a rich man, very noble man, wise man, etc., etc., etc. But then his faith in God was extremely strong, unmovable, unshakable, his faith. God wanted to test his faith. That is what the Abrahamic God will do. He will test your faith. And therefore he set the devil on the path. And the devil created all kind of calamities for him. Took away all his properties, took away all his children, everything, completely gone, absolutely desperate. He became ill, he became suffered. All those things were happening to Job, you see. And then, do you still believe God? Do you still believe God? Do you still believe God? He said, yes, yes. If he has given me that, he has also given me this. What is the difference for me? His faith remained unshaken till then. At one point of time, his ship was drowned by the Leviathan in the sea. Even then, he did not lose his faith in God. And then he was rewarded. Because his faith was so firm in God, he was rewarded. He had 7 sons and 3 daughters, and all kind of riches of the world and all that. Most beautiful daughters. He had 3 daughters. We see some of this description pertaining to God in the next book, the book of the everlasting day, which is very appropriate. With all the miseries through which life has gone and withstood in the faith of God, then the world gets reward. In other words, Job becomes a kind of a metaphor for the world. If the world undergoes through all the difficulties and still holds on to the faith of God, God will give all the riches to you. That is what we had then in the 11th book, the book of the everlasting day. Very sweet book, you see. In fact, you should read, we'll read together along with that book, you see. Job and this also, you see.